Nebraska football is on an absolute heater right now in recruiting. The month of June is paying off. Nebraska just landed their bookend left tackle of the future. Claude Mapuma, offensive tackle, 6'7", over 300 pounds, hailing from Chicago, Illinois. As you can see here on his 247 composite ranking, top 170 overall player in the nation, top 15 offensive tackle overall in the nation, and a top 5 overall player in the state of Illinois. This is a big time pickup for Nebraska. Looking at his offer list here, he had everybody in the country after him: Nebraska, Florida, Auburn, Michigan, the Ohio State, Arkansas, BC, Florida State, Illinois, Indiana. And that's not it. List 2, Iowa, Iowa State, KU, K-State, Miami, Michigan State, Minnesota, NC State, North Carolina, Notre Dame, Oklahoma, Penn State, Purdue, Syracuse, USC, Wisconsin. Everybody in the country wanted Claude Mapuma. Before we get into the film, though, a few things about Claude. Really high ceiling, very new to football. So he has a really high ceiling. That is why he's gaining so much traction, why so many schools wanted Claude. He just needs a lot of development right now. 2024 was his first year playing football, and he started at left tackle for Wendell Phillips Academy over in Illinois. And then 2025, he will be transferring to Mount Carmel in Chicago area as well. So in 2 years of playing football, he was able to get seen on a national level as a legit bookend tackle, left tackle for essentially every major program outside of a few in all of college football. Like we said, 6'7", 310 pounds, great athleticism, very good footwork for how young he is in his football career and his football journey. Keep in mind, he moved to the U.S. from Cameroon for basketball, but he developed into a powerful left tackle that Nebraska is going to love having in a few years. Again, just needs some development. As a pass blocker, does a really good job against different styles of pass rushes, using his athletic traits, athletic agility, his length, really long arms to keep defenders away, to lock up rushers coming off the edge. And in the run game, this is what we're going to take a look at in 2 clips here in just a second. And you'll see what I'm talking about, and we'll break it down a little bit. But as a run blocker, this is like the area where he has the most improvement needed. He tends to get upright out of his stance instead of firing off the ball. So that does hurt him a little bit. That's an area that Coach Raiola will work with him on. I would expect his freshman year, take advantage of those 4 games, redshirt, and then by next year, possibly being in the rotation. Again, there's a lot of development that goes with bringing in a guy like Claude Mapuma, but you get those 4 games, or a lot of those 4 games, and then you can redshirt. Nebraska needs to take advantage of that because there's nothing better for development as in-game live reps. Now, 2 years down the road, you're looking at Claude being a fixture on the offensive line at left tackle, maybe at right tackle as well. He's played both in high school. I think Nebraska likes his size, his length at left tackle, and Hayden Ainsworth will probably be your right tackle for this class. His ranking is, again, it's a really high ranking, right? And then you're wondering, how do you have such a high ranking but still need a lot of development? You're projecting out, you're looking at athletic traits, you're looking at translatable skills, and you'll see powerful blocks from an offensive lineman. You'll see a guy that has good footwork. You'll see a guy that knows how to use his hands. It's just, again, it's about developing as an offensive line. So let's pull up a clip real quick here. Now this is, again, you're going to see right out the top, back it up here. He's your left tackle here. I'm going to slowly play through this here. As you'll see, when the snap comes, see how he's kind of launching upwards right here? You want to see him fire off that ball a little bit more. Firing out instead of up and out. But again, now we'll let it play in full speed. Watch what he does to this defensive end here. He just manhandles him. There's a lot of power, a lot of raw strength. This is what you like to see from an offensive lineman, a guy that can just physically impose his will on another human being. He drives this guy back 10 yards and then just drives him into the ground. That is incredible power and strength from Claude on this snap. And again, it's not even the best rep in terms of coming off the ball, but it's a really good job using his power to just back this dude up like 10 yards. Same thing on this next clip here. There wasn't a ton of pass blocking clips, and the ones that there were, I didn't like them too much in terms of the quality. Maybe the cameras on the opposite side of the field or something like that, where it was hard to see. So when I'm looking at offensive linemen or even receivers, I try to find the film that has them on the same side as the camera, so you can see things a little bit better. So again, here you are, left tackle. Really good strength here. But again, this is a run play, and watch out of his stance. See how he's getting upright right here? That tight end doesn't even know the play's happening. Watch that tight end. He has no idea this play is happening. Look how light he is to make a move. But back to Claude. Again, he's getting very upright out of his stance here. And if you even look at like the rest of the offensive line, you'll see them, except for one guy on the far side, you'll see them more fire off the ball, where Claude is more getting upright right here. He gets upright as opposed to firing out. And on a run play like this, out of 3-point stance, you want to be firing out. But again, with his raw strength, his athleticism, he just mauls this guy. Again, he pushes him back 6-7 yards and just tosses him. So there's things you can see from a strength standpoint and an athletic standpoint that you like with Claude. And it's like Justin always says, you know, when you're talking about high school offensive linemen, none of them are the finished product. A lot of them are just using their size and their strength and their athleticism to take advantage of a smaller defender or take advantage of a less skilled defender. And when you get to college is where you hone those skills in. So this is still a big pickup for Nebraska. I just don't want to preface that this is a guy that's going to come in and make an instant impact. Offensive line, if you continue to rely on young players to make an impact for you, you get into the situation Nebraska was in for so many years. And now you're developing a bench on your offensive line. This is a guy in 2 years, 3 years, you're going to see being a bookend left tackle for Nebraska. This is a big time pickup for Coach Raiola, Coach Holgorsen, and Coach Rule.